Red Hulk is our third Horseman. We have details on his Gamma team. There's a lot to get through this week, so we'll cover this and more in the UK's #1 Marvel Strike Force podcast, the MSF Pod. Greetings, Commanders. Welcome to episode 81 of the UK's #1 podcast on Marvel Strike Force, the MSF Pod. This podcast covers everything that's happening in the world of Marvel Strike Force, which is a mobile hero collector game available wherever you play mobile games. We are the lads from 4Play Gaming. Check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/4playuk. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, and tell all of your alliance mates about us if you enjoy this podcast. And a massive thank you to you for your support. Introducing the crew today, we have the kit man and resident expert on all things Marvel, Digz. How are you, mate?
Good, mate. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm all good. And my name is Luke. All right, mate. So first up, did you get any good pulls this week? Any upgrades, red stars, and what have you been working on?
Nothing massively exciting. I pulled 3 red stars on Valkyrie, I think, and just left it at that.
Yep.
She's in the boost of the old red stars. So I even if you got the 3, and I was just like back to hoarding everything for the tech raid team.
Yeah.
So that was it in terms of pulls. Nothing else noteworthy that I can think of. And I went on a gear tier 16 rampage this week, much to a friend of the show, Wardy's chagrin. And I leveled up. I think last week I did Cloak and Dagger and the Web Warriors. And since last week I've done Icarus, the 3 Secret Avengers. Already had Gambit. I did one more global character, and I can't think who it is. No, maybe I didn't actually. Maybe I just did the 3 Secret Avengers. Already had Gambit and already had Doom. So yeah. So just getting Dark Dimension 5 foot in full swing.
That's it. Brilliant, man. I'm glad to hear it. Love to hear it. Yeah, that's good, mate. So for me, it's pretty much the same story. So I pulled 3 stars for Valkyrie on like the first red star I opened, and I was like, done, not doing any more. I was like, yep, that'll do. Since then, I have opened I've got lots of red star sort of promotions ready to go. You know what I mean? Like I've lots. So I was like, I'm gonna have to open one of these just because the number's getting too big. You know what I mean? I was like, let's see where we go. And I pulled five red on Star-Lord, which is, it's all right. He'll get reworked at some point, I guess. My Guardian team's going to be absolutely fire, mate, when they do that. But and that's it for me, mate. Similar story. I've been working on trying to get my global team sorted. I literally got Captain Sam up to 16 the other day. And I said last week I wasn't sure who else was going to take up from global. Well, the plans changed, you know what I mean? And we'll get into that in a bit, and we can talk about it and what an absolute mess it is. So yeah. We'll talk about that in a bit, mate. Right. Community roundup. If you guys want to get involved in the conversation, if you want to jump in and just call us a bunch of nerds, the YouTube channel is youtube.com/4playuk. And just comment on the episode number. What did the people say this week, mate?
So we had another comment from Adrian. Thank you, Birds. And he said, "Don't take Spider-Punk into City DD5. OG Spider-Man is the better choice. I almost took Scarlet or Punk, but listened to all the guys who'd done it before me, and their advice was that those 2 brought nothing to their runs. I went with Cloak. Slight regret on this because Mystic Gear is a crunch hit right after it. Dagger, Kestrel, Omega Red, and Shang-Chi. Currently stuck waiting for my 5th global, and if it takes as long as it did when I was waiting for Shang-Chi's last piece, 5 months, by the way, then my DD5 campaign completely. Good luck on City DD5, guys. It's by far the worst section out there." Thanks for that, Adrian. Yeah, that's no fun waiting 5 months for a bit of gear. So hopefully, won't have to wait that long.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's no fun at all. Omega Red, I hear, is a choice for the legendary nodes. I haven't leveled them up yet, and I've used most of my mutant gear on Rogue and Gambit. So we'll have to see. By the time I get there, it's going to be a long way in the future anyway. So who knows? I might be using 4 Horsemen by that time.
That's probably where I'm going to end up as well, mate. So We'll have to see. So yeah, thanks for getting involved, Adrian. Appreciate it. And yeah, like I say, if you guys want to ask us anything, let us. You know, if you don't want to send us a message on YouTube, that's cool. A few of you have been sort of jumping into my DMs recently on the old Twitter machine at 4PlayLuke. So appreciate that. And yeah, so yeah, if you want to get involved, you know, do that. Right. Okay. So schedule for Rogue. Rogue is done. Pestilence is over. How did you do, mate, in the end?
Yeah, I didn't do too bad. Like I say, I did one more run and got 868 somewhere around there, which put me 11 to 13% pile.
Brilliant. Okay.
And from that, got another 150 shards once the event ended. So obviously took her to 4 yellow, 3 red, and
Brilliant.
then I got the fourth red star with the dark promotion credits. So all in all, not too bad. I think she's about 165 odd K now. I think Rogue. What's it low? I'll double check. But yeah, she's now sort of. I think she's just under top 10. I think.
Brilliant.
Yeah, 170K Rogue. So
absolute beast, isn't she? Absolute beast character.
I'm so happy that I was right in my suspicion that team was going to be a joke, because she's ridiculous, Rogue.
Yeah. I've been using her on the in the mutant lanes, like on specific nodes, just because she's so much more powerful than my other characters. Like, but yeah, good. All right, love to hear it, mate. So yeah, for me, I placed just under 15K, which left me with a 5-star, and she's now 5 red. I used the dark primos to take her there, so yeah, she's geared to 16 as well. Right. While we're talking about Rogue and the old Apocalypse event and all that, we might also jump into the most recent update. So this happened on July 19th, so a couple of days ago, in the middle, just randomly just dumped it in the middle of the week. And I think I just come back from yours, actually. I think that's when they dropped that blog post. Just we didn't talk about it. So the blog post is entitled Sagas and Awakened Abilities. Right. So do you want to jump into this, mate?
Sure thing. So the next chapter of the Road to Apocalypse has been revealed. Sagas. This is a new game mode where you'll get we get to play through the exciting story of Apocalypse bestowing gifts, in speech marks, to each of his 4 horsemen and completing their ceremonious transformation into his devoted disciples. Please note the details shared in this post are subject to change prior to release.
Of course they are. Okay, and there's a very cool picture. You've got a picture of Apocalypse, which looks wicked. You've got Pestilence, sold MLF, Rogue, and then this guy here, looking very cool.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So there will be 5 sagas in total that will require the horsemen and their respective teams in order to participate, with some additional requirements for the final saga. Each saga is expected to be released after the 2nd run of each Horseman Scourge event. Unlike Scourge events, which run for a limited time, sagas will be permanent additions to the new Epic Campaigns section coming up in version 6.3, which we think is next week, right?
Yeah, Tuesday, I think.
Yeah. Where Dark Dimension will also be accessible going forward. So things are going to be a bit more compact, but I think in the long run, it'll probably be better for the game, which is cool. You've got like a picture of what it's going to look like.
Yeah, I've thought for a while they should start grouping things together. So, like, I think Raids Arena, Real Time Arena, and Cosmic Crucible should all be grouped into one thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, okay. So should we go through these requirements, mate?
Yeah, so here are some of the requirements for each of the sagas, with some requirements still to be announced in the future. So the Pestilence Saga for Morgan Le Fay and 4 Darkhold characters, which is Agatha Harkness Wong, Doctor Strange Heartless, and Scarlet Witch. The Famine Saga is Rogue and the 4 Unlimited X-Men, Gambit, Phantom X, Sunfire, and Dazzler. The War Saga is the War Horseman to be announced, and the 4 other characters which are to be announced, which I believe got announced yesterday, Friday, the latest.
That's right, yeah.
Death Saga, all to be announced, and then the Apocalypse Saga, which is going to be all 4 horsemen, their respective teams, and several additional characters.
So we pretty much knew that this was coming, didn't we? So that's good. And so the next one is War, and we can discuss that team and the next horseman in a minute. So multiple difficulties. Sorry, say again.
I love stuff like this, like multiple layers to and different things to do. It's so much fun.
Yeah, it's probably like my only concern is what do they do once this is finished? Where do we go after this? But I'm sure they've already got that sorted. So multiple difficulties. Each saga is expected to have 5 nodes each, and there is no persistent damage between battles. There will be 3 levels of difficulty and requirements for each saga. So for the 4 Horsemen saga specifically, there are gear tier requirements. So gear tier 17 coming in version 6.3.0. More info in the next blog that we'll discuss in a minute. So for difficulty 1, required gear tier 13 for each character. Difficulty 2 requires gear tier 15 for each character. And difficulty 3 requires gear tier 17 for each character. So the 5th and final Apocalypse Saga will have another layer of depth with different gear and ice rate requirements, which will be announced in the future. Do you want to hit this bit, mate?
Additionally, to enter the final Apocalypse Saga, you must have completed all of the 4 Horseman sagas, at least on difficulty 1. To participate in the Apocalypse Saga on difficulty 2, you must first complete all of the 4 Horseman sagas on difficulty 2. To participate in the saga on difficulty 3, you must complete all of the Horseman saga on difficulty 3. And to first unlock Apocalypse, you must complete difficulty 2. And to unlock the rest of his yellow stars and red stars, you must complete difficulty 3. And then difficulty 2 says gear tier 16, ISO blue level 4, unlock Apocalypse at 5 yellow, 2 red.
So that, I think, is the benchmark for 90% of the player base.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're probably talking more end game players.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that's not too bad. I don't think that's too ridiculous. Give difficulty 2, everyone gear tier 15. I think it's definitely achievable. Like my 2 teams so far are all at least gear tier 15. So
yeah, but then they have to be 16, gear tier 16 to unlock him at difficulty 2. So this bit here is to unlock Apocalypse, and that's difficulty 2 for each of the Horsemen.
Right, I'm with you.
Yeah, so like you say, you can get through it. Difficulty 2 for all 4 Horsemen and their teams, so they can all be 15. But then if you want to go and you need all 4 Horsemen teams to be minimum gear tier 16.
Tricky.
Yes, which is why Dark Dimension has suddenly completely changed for us, but yeah. So I mean, like I say, I think that's probably achievable depending when it happens. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think now, for you and me especially, and for Adam, who's also looking at getting into Dark Dimension 5, I think the smart thing to do now is to build the characters that you're going to need for Apocalypse. Yeah, and if they suck in Dark Dimension, they suck. But you can then use, obviously we're not going to have enough pieces to build everyone, all of 4 teams, 5, 10, 15, 20 characters up to 50, are we? Up to gear tier 16.
Unlikely.
Yeah. So I guess just do what you can. But the whole thing now is to get through Dark Dimension 5, to use those pieces to build those teams to get Apocalypse.
Yeah.
So I think for us, you and me, and potentially Adam as well, if he's listening and not on the beach with his bucket and spade, we are in a very, very, very advantageous position.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, like I say, I don't think this is going to happen until at least the end of the year. Like, we've probably got 5 or 6 months before this comes into play anyway. At least I expect. So I'm hoping by then I will have done Dark Dimension 5 and have already started working on the rest of those guys, taking them up to 16. And also we've had more chances to get stars for those characters, because like my Agatha's 3 stars.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. Like it's the same with Gambit, isn't it? Like we're both going to take Gambit into global, and he's 3 stars. So, yeah. Ooh, okay, so let's talk about the rewards. The Gift of Ansabur Nur are fit for a pharaoh. I bet I butchered that name, haven't I? All right, okay. You set it next time. Some of the rewards available in the various difficulties include orange gear, gold, Armory 16 oil fragments, and ISO 8 blue materials. Additionally, there are 2 types of reward that will be exclusive to each of the sagas, and a third reward type that is very rare. They are awakened abilities, horseman costumes, and ISO 8 blue level 5 iron crystals. This is sick. Like this, I'm all about.
Okay.
It's basically what we've been talking about, mate. Yeah, you're gonna love it. Okay, go for it.
So Apocalypse will bestow gifts upon each of his horsemen, granting them even greater power and unlocking new synergies with their fellow horsemen and even Apocalypse himself. We did talk about this. I swear Scope did this to us. It's outrageous. Awakened abilities are augmentations to one or more of the character's existing 4 abilities. Similar to normal abilities, awakened abilities will also require materials to unlock and upgrade them, but they will only be used for that specific character or ability. You'll learn these awakened ability material. You'll earn these awakened ability materials as you progress through each character's related saga. For example, the Pestilence Saga will be the only place to earn materials for the Pestilence Horseman Morgan Le Fay.
It's cool, isn't it?
Picture. Nice.
So, as a preview to the new powers that will be at your control, gaze upon the awakened abilities of Morgan Le Fay. So, as you're the kit man, mate, I figure you can get through this.
Sounds good. So, Time Warp at the new level 8. Level 8 will gain apply speed up for 2 turns and immunity for 1 turn to self and an Apocalypse ally, all Dark-Eyed allies, and all Horseman allies. And Fey Queen, which is her ultimate, at the new level 6 will gain in bold, gain 50. So it's already got gain 50% max health, and then Dark-Eyed allies gain 50% max health, and then it's adding Apocalypse and all Horsemen gain 50% max health, and Apocalypse and all Horsemen gain 100% resistance.
So yeah, we're going to have like, so instead of it being like, yeah, it's very cool.
I love that.
Yeah, how cool is that?
Yeah, that's wicked.
Because we were saying, weren't we, that there's no synergy between them, and obviously this is only character 1, but yeah. Right, and then this is wicked. So new costumes, Adam, you're going to love this.
Free bucket spade down.
New costumes, free bucket and spade. In order to fully unlock and promote Apocalypse, the full transformation of the 4 horsemen must be complete. This will only be achieved once you've completed difficulty 3 of the Horseman saga, thus unlocking the new variant costumes for each of them. These exclusive versions are designed to visually coordinate with the team's new look on the battlefield. Available first will be Morgan Le Fay's wicked new threads.
Oh, that is wicked.
Looks cool, doesn't it?
Yeah, as cool as you like.
Yeah, so she's, looks very, very cool.
Very Poison Ivy like.
Yeah, you're right. Poison Ivy, but I mean, I'm guessing they're all going to be this color scheme, maybe this color skin, like, the old Ghost Widow white eyes and all of that, and
looks like she's Nick Loki's cloak.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So yeah, we're all about that. So you need to complete difficulty 3 in the Pestilence saga to unlock the costume for Morgan Le Fay. Nice. So next up, lead the way, mate.
Indeed. So we got ISO Blue level 5. So ISO 8 Blue level 5 brings significant stat buffs and powerful new mechanics. The Horseman sagas will be a great place to pick up some of these coveted new resources. And then there's an image below of the T2 level 5 on primary hit, flip positive effect to bleed instead of clearing and gain 20% damage. Damn.
So each Horseman saga at difficulty 3 will have enough ISO 8 Blue level 5 irons and pre-fused crystals to promote the related Horseman character from level 3 to level 5. Additionally, fully clearing difficulty 3 will grant enough irons to fuse the crystals and promote another character from ISO 8 Green level 5 to Blue level 5. Wow. That's good.
You'll need these crystals and class levels for difficulty 3 of the final Apocalypse saga, as it will require all of the following characters to be equipped with ISO 8 Blue level 5. So obviously the 4 Horsemen, the teams of the 4 Horsemen, and then several strike characters which are to be announced.
And there you go. That there's an image of MLF Morgan Le Fay. with her fully maxed out like ISO 5, looking pretty mean.
277k.
It's outrageous.
Biggest character's Doom at 212k, I think he is.
Yeah, love it. And they say more exciting announcements regarding all things related to the lead up for the thrilling final Apocalypse saga will be forthcoming here on the website, so check back in regularly for updates. So, happy with that?
I'm extremely happy about that. That's a hell of a midweek drop. I hadn't seen anything about that. I've heard a little bit about yesterday's blog from Wardy. He texted me last night, very excited. But yeah, I hadn't read anything about that. That's quality. I'm really happy about that.
Brilliant. Okay, so let's jump into the next blog post. So this is for July 22nd, entitled Gamma Smash, and we're going through 2 kits today, and they're introducing the Gamma team. So try not to rip your shirts with excitement and get ready to meet a squad of gamma radiation infused heroes and villains who will not disappoint in the category of smash everything in sight. The new Gamma team will wreak havoc in war with their seemingly endless max health, regeneration, and their impressive damage. You'll get exactly what you expect from a team with more than one version of Hulk. The full Gamma team, 5 characters, will be required to eventually unlock the mighty Apocalypse. So let's dive in and discuss the essential details.
So the War Horseman, Red Hulk. Leading the charge of the Gamma team is the War Horseman, Red Hulk. Whilst we aren't revealing his full kit today, we do want to tell you about a brand new ability coming to the game for the first time, Battlefield Effects. Because of their long-lasting effects of gamma radiation, Red Hulk will be able to inflict a new visual effect that even persists after death. For the War Scourge event, the final 2 difficulty traits for difficulty 5+ on nodes 5 and 10 are Ravager and Wave 1 Avenger. We'll have more information on Red Hulk, Battlefield Effects, and the War Scourge event in the near future. But for now, let's meet the rest of the team.
Before we do that,
well, yeah, I was going to say, Wardy texted me last night. One of the things he was upset about was Ravager and Wave 1 Avenger. And at the time, I was like, "Oh, that is terrible." And then after I'd thought about it for a while, I was like, "Wait a minute, didn't they already announce the new Hero as Guardians?"
Yeah,
for this as well. So I mean, you may as well just completely disregard those 2. Do you know what I mean? I've got to assume that the reworked and new characters are going to be far better than Wave 1 Avengers and Ravagers.
Yeah.
About the new Heroes Guardian team, right?
Yeah, I don't know, like, because obviously I'm almost tempted to build like a hybrid or something, but Wave 1 seems like the smart place to go, because you're going to have to take Iron Man to get to 16.
Yeah.
You're going to have to take Hulk up to 16.
Yeah, and obviously Thor.
And then, yeah, Thor's both
in the and Heroes Guardian.
Yeah, so he's been reworked, so he's better. We're going to get a 5-star Thor if you grind later on, if you haven't already got a 5-star Thor. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but like, yeah, I mean, yeah, cheers, Scopely. Thanks a lot for Ravagers and Wave 1. But like,
Ravagers is a kick in the crotch, isn't it? That's surely they're not going to be of any use. I mean, maybe Star-Lord T'Challa might be all right, but the rest of them, Yondu and minions, that's all but pointless to me. And like you say, Wave 1 Avengers, like Captain America, Black Widow, Hawkeye, like they can't be of any use.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I was thinking that the Heroes Guardians have got to be more worthwhile. But maybe you're right. Maybe it is worthwhile doing Hulk, Iron Man, Thor, and then maybe Mighty Thor and Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was thinking, because and maybe Cap as well, because Cap's got synergy with Iron Man as well, hasn't he? He's got that like attack and stuff, and he's quite a good healer as well, isn't he? From memory, Cap. So really, he's a good character. I'm pretty sure I've got healer on him from memory, but yeah, I don't know. Some theory crafting based on that, mate. So and obviously War's coming next, isn't it? So we're gonna have to, I don't know, probably put our heads together and work out what the best thing is for difficulty 5+ for nodes 5 and 10. Anyway, so let's have a look at the rest of Red Hulk's team. So starting off with Abomination.
Yep. So a former Special Ops commander of the British Royal Marines, Emil Blonsky, was recruited by Thaddeus Ross to help capture the Hulk. Blonsky was injected with a variant of the super soldier serum and transfused with Banner's gamma irradiated blood. The mixture caused him to undergo severe mental and physical deterioration, making him overly aggressive and transforming him into the Hulk-sized Abomination. As Abomination, Blonsky is not only over 11 feet tall, but he possesses superhuman strength, durability, speed, agility, and a healing factor. Abomination is a global brawler who can apply stun and defense down. He gives the Gamma team Drain, more health, flips positive effects on his enemies, and hits hard. Despite his damage dealing, he also applies debuffs, crippling them before giving them their final smash. Of course, like the rest of the team, he heals every turn, making him especially tanky. With Gamma allies, he gains 30% focus for each Gamma ally, making his status flips and debuffs very hard to resist.
Okay, and his traits are Villain, Global, Bio, Brawler, Gamma. So another option for that Gamma. For Dark Dimension 5. So passive, mate, first.
Yeah, so Grotesque Rage. On turn, he'll suffer 20% of this character's max health. When he said heals every turn, I was like, that's fine. I thought it'd be like 5, maybe 10%. 20% is massive.
This guy is going to be a handful, mate.
It sounds like this team's going to be a handful because it says that every character's going to heal on turn.
Yeah.
So on turn, heal for 20% of this character's max health. On turn, flip 1 random positive effects on all enemies with any positive effects. Jesus. Gain 30% max health, 30% drain, 30% focus for each Gamma ally. Gamma allies gain 30% max health, and Gamma allies gain 30% drain. And that is a hell of a passive.
I know, mate. I know. I'm scared of this team already.
So basic, Furious Swipes. Attack primary target for 250% piercing and clear defense up and apply offense down. Chain to 1 adjacent target for 200% piercing, clear defense up, apply offense down, and counter attack breaks his chain. That's a wicked basic.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus. And then we've got special Deafening Clap. Energy cost 4/4. Attack while enemies for 250% piercing, clear defense up, apply offense down for 2 turns and defense down for 2 turns. Gain 100% extra focus against targets with defense down, and gain 100% critical chance against targets with defense down or defense up. And this attack cannot be blocked. Oh my god, that's good. And then Ultimate Pulverize, energy cost 4/4. Attack primary target for 600% damage, flip all evade and deflect, and apply defense down and stun. This attack cannot be blocked or dodged, and on ward defense, this attacks the enemy with the highest focus instead of the primary target, ignoring taunt.
Mate, he's quick.
Yeah.
He's quick, isn't he? And he's going to hit hard.
Energy costs 4/4 for both of those, both his ultimate and his special. It's crazy. But also his basic's really good as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm really impressed with that kit.
Yeah, that's really good. Go on, Tim Roth. Bad man.
All right, so next up we've got Brawn. So Amadeus Cho is a Korean American born and raised in Tucson, Arizona. His parents had a passion for historical names and named him after Mozart, as he was exceptionally gifted. As he was an exceptionally gifted child, showing genius intellect at an early age, just like me. At 15 years old, Amadeus entered a quiz show called Brain Fight. To his parents' joy, he easily won, but that bliss was short-lived. The person who organised the quiz name was Pythagoras Dupree, whose aim was to search the world for other people whose intellect might rival his own and eliminate them as potential rivals. Dupree had his men attack Amadeus' house, killing his parents, but Amadeus himself escaped. By the time the agents found Amadeus, he had encountered the Hulk, who volunteered to protect him. Sometime later, Amadeus assisted the Hulk using special manatees to absorb the Hulk's powers and becoming a gamma-powered monster known as Totally Awesome Hulk. Amadeus prided himself on being a better and smarter Hulk, but learning to control his rage was easier said than done. He eventually embraced his darker persona and ended up retaining a portion of his powers permanently. He took on the hero named Brawn. Brawn is known more for his smarts than for his brawn. He uses his heightened intelligence to support the Gamma allies in Marvel Strike Force by clearing positive effects on enemies. increasing max health of Gamma allies and applying offense down with his special ability. He's a true support character by assisting injured Gamma allies with speed bar, regeneration, clearing heal block, giving offense up, and applying death proof. I mean, just giving him everything. Keep your allies alive is a smart thing to do. If it doesn't, and it doesn't take a genius to know that.
Jesus. Trait. Hero, Global, Bio, Support, and Gamma. And then the passive, Mastermind, Excello. On turn, heal for 20% of this character's max health. At the end of any turn, clear heal block on self or a random Gamma ally that has heal block and regeneration. When this character or any Gamma ally drops below 50% health, fill that character's speed bar by 15%, apply offense up, and 3 death proof. Jesus. Gain 30% max health, then Gamma allies gain 30% max health. And in war, on spawn, if Hulk is an ally, gains safeguard and immunity. Lovely. On spawn, apply speed up to self and all Gamma allies. On spawn, on offense, apply 3 deflect to self and all Gamma allies, gain 200% resistance, and Gamma allies gain 200% resistance. Just going back to that, what did I see in this kit? Oh yeah, so at the end of any turn, clear heal block on self or random Gamma. I wonder if that clears multiple heal blocks. I assume it does. It doesn't say clear 1 heal block, it says clear heal block. So even if you've got 5, I wonder if it clears all of them.
Yeah. And again, another on-turn heal for 20% of their max health. It's terrifying.
So basic calculated strike, attack primary target for 320% damage and apply offense down, and apply regen to the most injured Gamma ally. Lovely. Special Gamma Slammer. What name?
That's wicked, isn't it?
Energy cost 5/5. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 250% damage, and copy and clear all positive effects, excluding taunt, from each target. Spread all these positive effects, excluding taunt, from self to all Gamma allies, and in war, this attack cannot be blocked. That is ridiculous. Copying all the positive effects and spread them across. That's mad.
Yeah.
And then ultimate showboat. Energy cost 5/5. Attack primary target for 150% damage and steal 35% health from the primary target, and redistribute 500% of the health stolen to self and all Gamma allies, and this bypasses heal block.
So that's like Ebony Maw, right?
It's like Ebony Maw, but it's going to heal more by the sounds of it. So you're basically going to... I mean, stealing 35% of one character's health is going to be crazy good in things like Dark Dimension. Like, do you know what I mean? Imagine doing 35% damage to one character.
Yeah,
that's a big chunk. Especially
a nuisance character like Kestrel or something like that. You'd be like, right, let's get her down.
Yeah, exactly. So if you steal 35% of that character's health and then distribute, I mean, the 500% is effectively distributing that exact amount of health to all your allies, effectively.
Yeah.
Assuming you've still got a full team. So, yeah, in Dark Dimensions or punching up, that's going to be very good. Very, very good. And we haven't even finished. Remove all negative effects from self and all Gamma allies. Apply immunity to self and all Gamma allies. And this attacks health steal, ignores death proof, and passives that trigger when a character drops below a certain health. I wonder if you killed Phoenix with that attack. I wonder if she'd come back. As I said, the health steal on this ignores death proof and passives that trigger when a character drops below certain health. Phoenix's passive triggers when she drops below 0 health. Be interesting to see. I bet she still comes, but worth trying.
Yeah, I mean, this is the anti-Young Avengers thing, isn't it? Because Squirrel Girl's passive goes off whenever the team goes below a certain percentage.
Yeah, similarly with Heroes for Hire. When they drop below certain health, they lose a charge and regen, don't they?
I tell you what, mate, I mean, this is a war team I'm building for sure, and I'm building them big because you are going to steamroll through teams in this lot. And that's before we've even talked about Hulk and She-Hulk. So the final 2 members of the Gamma team are Hulk and She-Hulk, and all the way from Sheffield. And yes, they will be getting reworks, which will be detailed in the release notes for the upcoming version 6.3. Some of the content creators that cover the game may have some advanced information. Go ask your fellow players who their favourites are and be sure to subscribe to them. Now, obviously, that won't be us. That'll be people like Valley Flying, who is literally like Mr. Hulk. So go watch Valley's channel. Go watch OMG. Yeah, go watch Philosopher. You know what I mean? Like, go watch these guys. But yeah, Valley's your guy. Valley is literally all about the Hulk and has been asking for them to make Hulk taller for about 2 years because he's like one of the smallest characters in the game. He's like a little green goblin. Okay, so it's fair to say that you're impressed with the old Gamma team that's coming.
Very much, mate. Very much.
Yeah. Me too, mate. Me too. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to build them big anyway, so it's, might as well do it.
Yeah, I mean, when we started hearing rumours it was going to be Red Hulk, I was happy about that, but that team's ridiculous.
Yeah, just make Hulk a little bit taller, mate. That's all I want. Right, okay. So next up, we've got the Summer of Thunder events. So the Bifrost Beach Day. So trying to hit this, mate.
Sure. So the next Quick Rumble Strike splits on July 28th in the form of the Bifrost Beach Day, which features as Guardians. The milestone will reward Molyneux fragments, orange gear, teal gear, and fragments for Armory 15 and 16 orbs. As you score wins through Blitz or Blitz Sim, you can work through these milestones more effectively by winning with characters who have the featured trait at 5 stars, and you get 1,840 points, and even faster if those characters are at 7 stars, and you get 4,120 points. So it's a good one, this one, I think, for most players, because most people build the Asgardians to unlock called Black Bolt.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Happy.
Yeah, all about that. And next up, we've got the event campaign for Valkyrie, which is exciting. That will probably be live by the time you guys hear this. It's going live for us tomorrow morning. So prepare to suit up with the beautiful and deadly Valkyrie on July 23rd in the upcoming event campaign Hammer of the Gods. Thor Odin's son is missing. Valkyrie and Mighty Thor hitch a ride with Star-Lord T'Challa to go to Thor, who is on a party-wide planet hosted by an alternative dimension, Dormammu. The event, once again, will feature the new heroic difficulty, which will require at least 5 characters with a limited time party animal trait. The heroic difficulty will reward teal gear, and completing a heroic difficulty mission will automatically earn first-time rewards for both the hard and heroic difficulties. Don't miss out on your chance to score Valkyrie shards and recruit this amazing warrior into your Hero as Guardian team, and watch her passive ability turn the tide of battle. And yeah, you've got like a little, you know, the usual sort of stuff on.
Take with what rewards you get for what points.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, words are hard, mate. Yeah. So, where are we going with this then?
So I just had a look at the party animal roster.
Okay.
See what we've got, and there's a good selection of characters for me personally anyway. So
okay.
There is 5, 10, 15, 20, 24 characters in total. Level at my thought. And I'm just going to go from just over the top 10. Squirrel Girl, Scarlet Spider, America Chavez, Moondragon, Spider-Punk, Gambit, Nicki Minaj, Jubilee, Kate Bishop, Multiple Man, Dazzler, Longshot. Like, there's a good selection of characters in there. And then there's a couple of new ones, obviously Valkyrie and Mighty Thor. So yeah, I'm not mad at that trait. That's a good one.
Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm happy with that as well, mate. Yeah, cool. Okay, so yeah, hope everyone gets on well with the old party animal trait, and I mean it's going to pay to have at least a 4 or 5 star Valkyrie, isn't it, for this upcoming event? So
yeah, are we caning through those calls again?
Again, yeah, thanks a lot. Okay. And more interesting stuff in regards to Apocalypse on the road ahead. So, Pestilence's Scourge returns. So, it's time to reap more Morgan Le Fay character shards. Prepare yourself for this event that will drop on July 27th at 5 p.m. PDT. Get your Web Warriors and Dark Hunters leveled and geared for nodes 5 and 10 on difficulty 5+. We will supply a chart to deal with the payout rewards, so be sure to check that out. Do you want to hit this, mate?
Yeah, I was just going to say that they should make an edit to that and just remove Dark Hunters from that at all.
Yeah, I know, right?
Get your Web always prepared. If they want with Dark Hunters, pointless. Several things to note. For accounts that already have 810 Morgan Le Fay character shards, you will be moved to a separated Victor's leaderboard. There will be different milestone rewards that do not include Morgan Le Fay character shards. The Victor's leaderboard doesn't contain any ranked rewards, but it does give you a place where you can flex your high score. As to the second run of the event, the first time run rewards will not be present.
So that's good.
Yeah.
So basically, anyone that's got a 7-star Morgan isn't included in the leaderboard. So in theory, everyone's going to move up slightly, up those rankings. So yeah, I'm happy with that.
Me too.
Okay, and next up we've got GT17. Do you want to jump into this, mate?
Yeah, mate. So the next level of power is nearly here. GT17 is arriving with the forthcoming version 6.3 release and will be a critical component in the Horseman sagas and eventually unlock an apocalypse. There will be many ways right out of the gate to start earning gear and bolstering your roster.
So Cosmic Crucible will be one of the primary sources of Gear Tier 17. Of course it will. Players at level 85 and above will see new slots added to the Cosmic Crucible supplies that will have a dedicated slot for Gear Tier 17 mini unique pieces and 5 slots for Teal Origin pieces, 1 per Origin. So that's cool.
Yep, so that.
Next in the Raid Orbs store, there'll be a new Teal Elite Raid Orb that contains Gear Tier 17 pieces. The primary method of earning fragments for this new orb will be through the Doom Raid 3. See below. Heading over to the main supply store, there'll be a limited availability of Gear Tier 17 in the rightmost dedicated Teal Gear slot. Please note that the prices for Gear Tier 17 will be higher per piece than the Gear Tier 16 pieces.
Nice.
So there you go.
And in the main orb store, there will be a new Armory 17 orb. In the coming weeks and months, there may be opportunities to earn fragments for this orb through limited time events and purchase them through select offers. Be sure to check in regularly for more information on how to get these valuable Gear Tier 17 infusions. I
mean, it was inevitable, wasn't it? Gear Tier 17 coming to the game.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at it. I just hope they make Gear Tier 16 pieces a little bit easier to get hold of.
That's usually how it goes. When they add a new tier, then everything below that becomes more freely available.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a dirty hoarder. And I'm not really having that much trouble at the moment, but like a lot of people are still struggling with Gear Tier 15 pieces as well. So hopefully that becomes even easier as well. Yeah. Okay. Right. So Doom Raid 3. So the Doctor is always in. This time with a new iteration of his challenging raids. Doom Raid 3 will be available in the upcoming version 6.3 and will bring a new level of challenge. Doom Raid 3 will generally be harder by 1 difficulty level over Doom Raid 2. For example, normal difficulty on Doom Raid 3 will be on par with difficulty 1 of Doom Raid 2. So we're probably going to be able to do this, aren't we, in theory?
Yeah, because which one are we doing at the moment? Are we doing 1 or 2?
We do Doom 2.2 at 60% every day. So in theory, we should be able to just jump straight into Doom 3.1 in theory.
Yeah.
And I mean, especially with these teams that they're bringing out as well, you know, soon, once we get them leveled up, you know, I think we're going to be okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to hit the requirements, mate?
Yeah. So the minimum requirement to battle in the nodes included, in these nodes include ISO 8 blue level 3 with the highest difficulty requiring level 4. It's also recommended the characters be at least level 90 and 5+ red stars for the higher difficulties.
Again, I'm fine with that, but you've got to make red stars easier to get hold of if you say that's going to be a recommendation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they need to pull in some of those older characters out of the red star orbs or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, or just make it like easier to bring like legacy characters. Like everyone that's in the Legacy 1 orb, for example, you should be able to take them up to like, you know, up red star levels for half the price or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Pull after a character's been out for a certain number of months, year, whatever. create a secondary red Star Orb that's half the price and contains characters that are over a certain age. Do you know what I mean? Every month or something.
Yeah. Okay. So rewards. New rewards include fragments for the new forthcoming Teal Elite Orb, which contains gear 16 and 17 mini unique pieces. When the feature launches, it's anticipated that players will earn fragments based on this completion rate. So for 30% completion, earn enough fragments to for half of the Teal Elite Orb. 60% completion is enough for one, and 100% completion is enough fragments for 1.5. So there you go. Reaching 30% completion on higher difficulties will award additional Teal Elite Orb fragments. Additionally, purple ability materials are being added as ranked rewards in previous versions of Doom raids. Doom 3 will also award purple ability materials. Happy with that?
Oh, I'm always happy with something new, mate. Something new to try.
Absolutely. Okay, do you want to hit this, mate? Because you're all about the old CC.
Yeah, so Cosmic Crucible Leagues. The much anticipated Leagues feature is coming in like a meteor with version 6.3 and will aid the Living Tribunal with their judgments. A league placement will be based on your tribunal rating with 6 possible placements in ascending order: bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, and master. Increasing your league ranking will increase your rewards payout at the end of the Cosmic Crucible. Be sure to check out the league status in version 6.3 and start strategizing your path to master ranking. Okay.
So Save the World Streak update. So we'll be updating the Save the World Streak milestone for players level 85 and above in the near future. We're adding 24 superior basic catalyst parts, and we'll be replacing the basic T2 ISO 8 orb fragments with T2 ISO 8 credits. Good stuff.
Like that. And then we got some origin challenges. Didn't we talk about this?
Yeah.
Origin challenges. So
a couple of weeks ago, we were like, they need to update it. Literally a couple of weeks ago.
Geniuses. The improvements keep coming in version 6.3 with the addition of difficulty 4 and difficulty 5 of the challenges featuring origin gear. The minimum requirements for difficulty 4 of each challenge include the related origin traits and have blue ISO 8 level 2 equipped. The requirement for difficulty 5 also include ISO blue level 3 to be equipped. It's recommended the characters be at least level 85 plus 7 yellow, 4 red, gear tier 15, max ability levels, and have full 25% Stark tech bonuses. But they haven't actually said what the rewards for those will be, as far as I can tell.
No, but we'll find out, I guess, in version 6.3. You know,
yeah, I'm hoping that it's going to be teal, right?
You'd hope that, yeah.
There's no point giving us more golden, purple rewards for those challenges. I'm just going to go and look at them now.
Yeah.
There's no point. Surely they're not just going to increase the amount we get. Surely they're going to increase the rarity, right? I guess we'll find out.
I know, mate. Who knows? All right. So Strike Pass Season 18. Oh, I've got something. Remind me about this. Right. So Season 18. Get your voodoo on with character shards through the upcoming Strike Pass Season 18, starting the other day. Complete your daily objectives to earn Dr. Voodoo character shards and bolster this Dark Hunter support. So, just in regards to the Strike Pass, where is it? Give me 2 seconds.
Terrible.
Sorry?
Terrible Strike Pass at this stage of the game.
Yeah, I know, mate. Yeah, give me 2 secs. I'm just going to pull up something that players probably should know about. Right. So they said on the 21st, they tweeted this out. So this is probably not information for everyone. We would also like to make players aware of an issue with this season's RTA Battle Pass. The Battle Pass is segmented into 2 tiers centered on players' levels. Remember, they announced this in a blog post a couple of weeks ago. One is for players level 80 and above, and the other is for players level 79 and below. Unfortunately, when a player goes from level 79 to 80 during the season, the player is rolled over to the level 80 pass, but their progress does not roll over with them. This affects both the free and premium parts of the pass. So if you reach level 80 during this season, please contact customer support and we'll fix your progress on the new pass. So if you're a newer player coming towards level 80, just bear that in mind, because you're not going to get the rewards. Basically, you have to make them aware that you've hit 80, and they can move you over to the correct pass. Just I don't know. I figure that's important for sort of newer players. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Okay, right. Let's press on, mate. So weekly events.
Yeah, so we got the Human Weapon Blitz starting on July 24th, which rewards Shang-Chi character shards. Brilliant.
Yep, thanks a lot. I've got a 7-star Shang-Chi. I'm sure you do as well.
Everyone does, because you've been in the Blitz store for ages. And then, again, by the time this comes out, probably be too late because it's today, but there's the Chaos Theory Flash event, so you can level up your Wakandans.
Indeed. And then please note the information in this blog is subject to change, blah, 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 blah.
Get in the bin commanders.
Indeed. So, Gamma team.
All in all, to be fair, those 2 blog posts are all, it's quality, really. I mean, so we drag them across the map when they're doing terrible things, but to be fair, a midweek blog and that blog, all exciting stuff to me. So,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
sorry. I mean, these teams are coming in thick and fast now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm struggling to keep up.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't even finished releasing the last team they announced, the Hero as Guardian team, and they've got the Bionic Avengers, now they've got the Hulk Gamma Avengers, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Red Hulk, obviously, we've still got the last Horseman team to go, so whatever teams we're going to need for that event to come as well, I'm sure it's madness.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nuts, mate. Yeah, and yeah, we've got Valkyrie's campaign event that's bleeding from this patch into the next patch. And in theory, we're going to have another campaign event as well towards the end of that patch for one of these new characters that are coming in.
Yeah, I mean, touch wood, I'm loving the fact that they're just not firing characters out and releasing them in Blitz again. I don't miss that.
Yeah, you're spot on, actually. We haven't had one of those in ages, have we?
No, they went for a phase last year when every new character was just like, oh, Blitz for 2 weekends in a row for him. No.
Yeah, and again, credit where credit's due. They are not making us blitz as much. I know we've got a blitz event coming up, but when
as a whole,
yeah, it's so much better. Definitely. But yeah, okay. So let's finish up, mate, with the old Cosmic Crucible minute. How are you doing with the old new format Cosmic Crucible?
Yeah, good actually. And I'll tell you what, and I think we touched on it last week, but having done it for a week, putting the Unlimited X-Men in that critical
mutants
mode, they are unplayable. It's ridiculous. I won 2 and lost 1 of my Crucible events, and I lost 1. I usually didn't even bother attacking because I knew I was going to lose. But even this guy, he was so much more powerful than me in terms of TCP. He rinsed through all my teams except that Unlimited X-Men team, where he didn't beat them once. He had 2 attempts. The first one was a 620k Darkhold team. Cancelled the combat, so obviously he was getting creamed. Then he went in again with just over 700k Icarus, Cersei, Emma, Baron Zemo, and Loki, and cancelled the combat again. So again, obviously he must have been getting creamed. And then the one before that, similar thing. He was much higher TCP than me, but I scraped through with the win because he just couldn't beat that team. And he had 2 attempts at it. The first one was a 770k team with a 208k Doom, Emma, Mr. Sinister, Longshot, and Shatterstar. My team killed all of them, ended on full health. So he went back with a 620k Invisible Woman, Strife. I mean, this is a random team. I don't know what he was thinking. I'm guessing it was all he had left. But yeah, it was Invisible Woman, Strife, Cyclops, Yo-Yo, and then a Merc soldier. And obviously got creamed again. So nobody's beaten that team since I put them on defense in that node yet.
Wow. Are they all gear tier 15?
Gear tier 15 and Gambit and Rogue gear tier 16.
Wow. But
they're not particularly high star levels. Like if I go to this one, there's Gambit's only 3 red, 130k. Sunfire's 4 yellow, 3 red, 111k. Dazzler's 4 yellow, 2 red, 100k. Phantom X is 3 red, 103. And then at the time, Rogue was 3 yellow, 126. Now she's obviously a lot higher.
Yeah.
She's leader with rewards. But yeah, they're unstoppable, mate.
Absolute nuisance team, mate. I love it.
What I don't love it is when probably should have said it on here because now that's going to be more people putting them on defence and I might come across.
I've literally just put mine on defence.
It's got to be done. They're ridiculous, I'm telling you.
Well, I said to you, I think we talked about this on like in the week, and I was like, oh yeah, I've got like whoever it is on, and then I was like, I don't even use them, like, I don't even attack with them, so I was like, I might as well just throw them on defence.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean I don't even think the rest of my team, Gambit and Rogue are both GT16, but the rest of the crew are they're all like, you know, like they're not even 65 yet, so need to sort that out really. But I think that could play into my hands a little bit because someone will be like, oh, you know, these guys are really low, they're only purple, and then get thumped by Rogue and Gambit. So
yeah, they're like I say, I was Sergeant Smugface about how confident I was that team was going to be good because they're wicked.
Yeah. Oh, mate, you called it. You called your spot, mate.
Good.
Love it. Right. Okay. So we've talked about Dark Dimension, haven't we? Whereabouts are you in it? How are you getting on with the city nodes?
Yeah, I'm still on the first city node, but I've only got 10 characters left to beat or something like that. So okay. I'm not doing too bad. Let me just pull this up. First city node. I've got 13 mil of 48 mil left to do in terms of damage, and there is 9 characters left.
Nice. Okay, so you should be through that probably maybe tomorrow or the next day.
A couple of days, yeah. I mean, my attack history has been rather up and down on this. 7 mil, 17 mil, 1 mil, 24 mil.
Those 1 mil days are just like you go in like, why do I even play this game? You know what I mean?
Just want to snap my phone in half on the toilet.
Yeah. I know what you mean. So for me, Dr. Mention 5. I'm on the last node of City, 27 of 40 mil, and I've done 3 attacks. And yeah, it's attack 1, 400,000, and I was just like, so why do I play this game?
But it's always when like a new set drops down or your first attack, because everyone's fully charged, aren't they? They just smear you across the carpet instantly.
Yeah. Absolutely. So yeah, attack. So then attack 2 was 13 mil, and I was like, that's better. Daddy's back. You know what I mean? And then attack 3, 4 mil. So it's like it's proper like, you know.
Peaks and valleys, mate. Peaks and valleys.
Indeed. So yeah, hopefully that's a couple of days, and hopefully by then I'll have a couple more nerds ready to jump into global. I don't think I'm going to be able to do Secret Avengers. I've got for global at the moment. I think we talked about this at the start of pod, but that was a while ago, so I've forgotten already because I'm brain like a goldfish.
There's the 2 new teams, the Bionic Avengers and the Gamma team, are all global, aren't they? So. Yeah. Like you say, depending on how long it takes you to get to that last node of City, you may be worthwhile waiting for them. But I mean, saying that, how long is it going to be to that? Because the Bionic Avengers is the next one. How long is it going to be till they come?
Yeah. My thinking is I need to look into whether or not Hulk is expensive. But my thinking is if his rework is worthy of it, I might take him up.
Yeah, and I suppose you can take up Vision and Iron Man as well.
Yeah.
They're both global. You've already got Doom, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. My Doom's 223,000. So, yeah, he's ready to go.
That's 4 of the 5 that you need right there, isn't it?
Yeah. So, yeah, like you say, I'm thinking Iron Man and probably Hulk. They're both level 65. So I've got some work to do there. And also, if I take them to Teal Gear, they're both Secret Avengers. They're both Wave 1. So it kind of makes sense, you know what I mean?
It's not a bad idea, mate. It's not a bad idea at all. Like I say, I've always thought the globals, for the most part, are pretty bad.
Yeah.
In comparison, like if you compare them to Cosmic, do you know what I mean? There's no contest. I think these new teams are going to change all that, it seems.
You're right.
So I'm just looking at my global roster now. Obviously, Doom like I said, I've done Sam and Sharon. Obviously,
Mhm.
I've got Rogue, but it's legendary, and Maria Hill, and then Gambit's already there. But then outside of that, I mean, you've got Emma and Mr. Sinister who are good. Ghost used to be good indeed in Dark Dimension, but I think she's been power crept to death now.
Yeah.
And you've got a couple of Dark Hole Scholar, which are Wong. But then if you can't have Doctor Strange or Morgan Le Fay, it's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Do you know what
Yeah. I mean, you're going to have to take him up at some point, aren't you? So you can get Apocalypse, but
yeah,
it's tough. It's tough. I'm not sure. I mean, I was taking Sabretooth up just because I use him in Weapon X and he's cheap. But yeah, and I mean he's level 80, so I'm only five levels off of taking him up as well. But I'm now like, I might just take him to 15 and leave it.
Yeah, I think you're probably right there. I mean, you could start going Unlimited X-Men. They're all global. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to have Rogue, but you can have the other four.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's yeah. I need to do some homework, mate. But yeah,
I used all my skill gear on them without thinking about it because what I should have done is saved. Well, in fact, now probably saved all of it and done the Unlimited X-Men. But I probably should have saved some of the skill gear for Kestrel for the cosmic nodes.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, like from what I've read, everyone says Maria is like godlike in Dark Dimension.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
By the sound of it, you know what I mean? Like, you've got that heal, you're going to constantly have the three lads jumping out, the gunners helping out, and you've got that big heal from her. Like, yeah, and obviously her synergy with Sam as well. And like, from what I understand, Sam is like the MVP of global.
Oh, that's good. That's good to know.
Yeah, so I think you're going to absolutely pump through that, mate.
Hopefully, mate.
Fingers crossed, mate. I'm looking forward to hearing your progress. And then it's just cosmic. Where are you with that?
So, like I say, I was running out of GT17 by the time I got to cosmic, and again, because of this, I mean, you can't not take in Icarus and Cersei. Do you know what I mean? It'd be madness not to.
Yeah,
sure. So I think I'm going to go with those two, and then I'll probably take in Doctor Strange, Heartless. And then I think, none of these there's no other new characters coming. I mean, it might change with the Death team, but at the moment, there's no other new characters in Cosmic, so I'll probably just revert back to what I said originally, which was Icarus, Cersei, Kestrel, Deathpool, and Doctor Strange, Heartless.
Beautiful.
I might switch Deathpool to Captain Marvel purely because I could take Captain Marvel to get to 16 right now if I wanted to, but we'll see.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I'd rather have Deathpool up there. It's just like I haven't got any parts to take Deathpool up. Literally got nothing for her. Yeah,
it's a difficult one, isn't it? Like, I mean, I'm pretty much similar to you, mate. I've got Doctor Strange, Heartless, Icarus, and Cersei already at 16. I need again skill gear for Kestrel. Like, at some point, all my skills, like, either I've just been really unlucky with the, when we got like random pieces from like events and stuff. I clearly got other stuff that I just haven't had a chance to use yet. So hopefully at some point I'm gonna find someone and just be like, I've got all of this stuff, but like I haven't seen it yet. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe it's all in tech. I don't know, but like
that augmented shield tech stuff that like looks like a box of ammo with the shield logo on it.
Oh, is that what you're missing?
That's all I need for it. Yeah, but I need 15 pieces of it. That's the problem.
Oh, mate. Yeah, okay. Yeah, not easy. But yeah, so there you go. There's DD5 for another week, I guess. Don't forget, Valkyrie's campaign event starts tomorrow. If you're listening to this on Saturday, which much love to all you Kinos if you are. And that is pretty much it, mate. Got anything else you want to chat about, or are you okay?
No, mate, all good.
Beautiful. All right. So please remember to rate and review this podcast however you consume it, and please do not forget to follow or subscribe. Remember, all roads lead to our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/4playuk. If you want to ask us a question for next week, drop it in the YouTube comments below. There's a link if you are listening on a podcast service. thanks a lot for checking us out, and we will catch you next week. Digz, got anything else you want to say?
All right, see you next week.
Nice one. Thanks a lot, and good luck, Commanders. Boom.